Hey, this will be a video chart on CNEX. Been getting quite a few requests for this one, and finally getting around to it. So thank you for your patience. Chart's been making a very nice move, all up, multiple hundreds of percents here. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but just another good example of volume alerts and why you should always be scanning the market for big volume. So that's where I'm going to start off. Just a quick little example. So here you can see, and well, this big thing over here is screwing us up. So here we go. So here you see there's just a big, huge thing in volume. And yeah, the price moved a little bit that day, but it was just one of those things where big is volume, that the stock had seen in a very, very long time. Looking back down here, you can barely see any volume. So that would have been an alert. That's just a classic sign of volume preceding price. And then as we go through the history of the chart, you can see volume stayed relatively strong, and then it just kept going up. So for the people that had noticed this volume surge and were nibbling shares down in this area, they've been rewarded very nicely. So that's the name of the game. Always be keeping your eye out for big volume days like this. You take a little small position. If it doesn't go your way, you have a small loss. But if it does go your way, you really got a good move with nice upside potential. And it's one of these situations where, assuming you use a tight stop loss, you can lose 7 out of 10 of these, but the 3 that do go your way, they outweigh the losers, and you still come out way ahead in the green. So just a nice example of that here. So let's get down to the chart, break it down. Let's talk about some supports, resistances, and so forth. Today, this candle was much stronger. At one time, this whole thing was a green candle up to here. But we did have some profit takers stepping in, and not surprisingly, when you consider that people were able to get in down here, obviously the price got up to where people wanted to lock in some profits, and good for them, they made some money. But the daily chart is still hanging in there. Couldn't quite close above this resistance here, this purple line, which is the 50-day simple moving average. Did get above it intraday, but because we're looking at this from the daily chart perspective, we care about where the closes are at. So right now, the 50-day is still a key area of resistance. Now, as far as supports go, the key one that I've been watching is this previous high over here, which is based at 0.003. If we go through the history of the chart, you can see, it acted as resistance there 2 days in a row. Price came here, did get through it, but once again, we care about where the closes is at. So couldn't close above it, and then the next day here went up close enough, couldn't get through it, and then when we did get through it yesterday, you saw the move that it produced with the follow through till today. And then even actually today, you can see that the price dropped down and basically I retested it right there, and so far it is holding as. So I'm going to get this changed here to green to represent our support line. The other supports are simply just our moving averages. If you look down here, you can see this blue and gold line. The blue is the 10-day, the gold line is the 20-day simple moving averages, and these will continue to increase, assuming the price stays up in this area. But for now, the key area of support is going to be right here at 0.003, and if that doesn't hold, then you definitely want to see these moving averages provide support. Now, in terms of resistance levels, like I said, the 50-day is currently the main one. Couldn't quite get through it today. But then the other one, and that's essentially right where it bounced off of today. And keep in mind, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at 2 points over here. Those points being right here as a support, and then right here as a resistance. And as you can see, this line right here was a key area of support, held up quite a few times. And then when it did fall and become resistance right in this area, the price tried right here to get back above it, could not, and it's been resistance ever since. And then today, the price even went up there and tried to get through it. So this is the other key area of resistance, and this level is right here at 0.007. So the James Bond level up here, 007, is currently an enemy. I think we've had some other charts where I think it was ENTI, where James Bond level was resistance, and then when the price got above it, it really made a nice move. So besides the 50-day simple moving average, we also have James Bond up here that will be providing resistance. But after him, really there's nothing else until essentially up here at the 200-day. So you can see that's quite a bit of a move. But one step at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So that's where the chart currently stands. Very nice volume. Nice to see volume increasing on this upwards move. So as long as the volume stays relatively strong, then things have a chance. And as always, if the price does start to go sideways or pull back some, that is where you want to see volume fall off a cliff. The less volume, the better on those sorts of days. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and then with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and it's all free. We've been making some good money together with our alerts and so forth. So I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One last time, this was CNEX. Thanks for listening.